Sorry. I'm sorry, chat. I'm so sorry.
Scared. Jordan is losing everything. You heard it here first, guys. Jordan is breaking down, and I don't think he's going to be okay. I'm sorry, listeners that wanted to hear more about sports.
I'm sorry.
Jordan is going to die live. All right, that will do it. So start us off whenever you're ready.
You are now watching the Weird Flex pod. Just sit back, relax, follow along to the Weird Flex sound and the Weird Flex back. That's what we are here to say. I can't believe I messed up the rhyme, but here I am with Katy's time. I'll pass it to her because she's better than me when it comes to spitting bars of ye.
Yay! Hey guys, welcome to the Weird Flex But Okay podcast, your comedy, weebs, workouts, and advice podcast where we answer your questions. If you would like to submit a question, please email us at weirdflexbutokaypodcast@gmail.com. And we did it! The music you hear in this episode is by What's My Name on Instagram and Soundcloud. We did it! Yay!
Yes.
We're here for another episode. We're on YouTube, iTunes, and SoundCloud, and you're listening, and that's crazy.
Yes.
Woo!
Woo! Yeah, hell yeah.
We did it.
We did it.
You're here, and today is a very special episode because I get to talk with Jordan, which makes every episode a special episode.
Aw, you freaking trickster, you. Whatever.
Tricky
you
bitch.
Yeah, you frickly liar. I see what you're doing there. Oh,
but for real,
God.
guys, it is a very special episode because I get to talk to my friend Jordan. I've already been over this, audience. Pay attention. Jordan, how has your week been?
Oh, it's been good. I went to the Kamehameha Con, and it was fun.
Yes?
Yeah, it was super fun. There was like a bunch of people there, old friends, met new friends, went out to karaoke, did some dancing, did some panels on like how to train your Goku, how to train Goku. I did a panel on nostalgia and Dragon Ball Z, which a lot of people actually showed up for. It was pretty damn dope. And then
awesome.
it was super fun. It was like a pretty cool con. Got to meet like a ton of cool people and just hang out and have a good time with people. Like that's all I did. Like I was just like focusing on having a good time, and I have eaten so much Whataburger this last week, so I am really happy and satisfied. I had Whataburger before recording this episode because I literally brought a burger on the plane and I saved it in my bag and then put it in the fridge, but I was too excited, so I ate it now and it's gone and I miss it, and now I can't have Whataburger for the rest of the year, but it's fine. That's what's good. I had it for 4 days in a row, so that's all that matters.
I mean, you're going to be at MomoCon in a month. They might have a Whataburger in Atlanta.
I don't think they do. I don't think they have Whataburger in Atlanta.
Oh, man.
But
maybe
because
not.
you walk in Alabama, that's they have one in Alabama, but that's wait, that's an hour away, and they have it in there. Oh, that's weird. That's weird how it's there's this burger belt chain. Yeah?
Hello?
Yeah, what's up? Why are you saying hello?
Oh, sorry. I thought you were going to keep going on about the burgers, so I was I was going to be quiet and let you.
No. I was good. That's what we do, people. We just talk.
Of silence.
Yes, that moment of silence is for my Whataburger thing.
Everybody, please lower your heads to pay respect to Whataburger.
Yes, pay respect to Whataburger. Whataburger is way better than In-N-Out. I can say that for a fact now.
Jordan, I'm paying my respects.
Hear that sizzling beef.
Do you hear it? Audience, do you hear it?
Do you feel it? Someone in the darkness, join our food series.
Do you feel it, Mr. Krabs?
You feeling it, Mr. Krabs? Yeah. Yes.
Welcome to our podcast. If you're a new listener, this is all we do.
Yes, it is. This is literally all we do every time.
Oh man, but yeah, my weekend was also filled with fun adventures. I got to play some D&D, which was very exciting. I played a half-orc bard that was essentially a mix between Starfire and Penny from Starfire from Teen Titans and Penny from Ruby. because I made her very dumb but wholesome. Like, her charisma was super high, but she was an idiot, and it was great.
What's a bard?
A bard is like a musical instrument player.
Oh, okay.
Kind of low-key spellcaster situation, but they're mostly known for like being an entertainer. And then a half orc is, you know, half of an orc.
Right.
So like part human, part orc. So I was a tall Gorl, but I was a musical Gorl, and it was great. And I have some ideas of characters that I'd want to play next time, because we did a one-shot that was really fun where we beat up a dragon, but I bought a bunch of bread from the bakery when we were preparing, so I fed the bread to the dragon's head after we cut it off as an offering, and it was amazing. And that was one of the fun things I did. I also went to a farmer's market and saw strawberries and puppies, and then something that randomly happened to me recently that I would like to tell you all about is apparently I am doing a cosplay with Xavier Woods now.
Oh, shit. She's getting too big for her britches now. Look at her.
Dude.
Getting Hollywood
was so
already.
Random. I want to tell you guys the story.
Tell us.
Because I was just like, what? How? Okay.
Yes.
Essentially, I was minding my own business, and I get a DM and a follow from Xavier Woods and on Twitter, and he was just like, dude, I love your Wendy's cosplay. And I was like, what? Nani? So I just reply, thank you, Mr. Woods. And I go on with my business, and a few days pass, and he hadn't responded to my thank you, so I was like, I'm going to call him out. Can't just DM me that you love my costume and leave me hanging. So I tweet at him, and I'm like, thank you for saying you like my costume and stuff for Wendy's. And immediately, Wendy's tweets at me like, dude, I'd love to see Xavier Woods cosplay Wendy's. And
dude,
5
isn't
minutes
it funny
later,
how Wendy's is just talking to you like casually now?
Me and Wendy's are like sisters now, my dude. I mean, not really. They still won't retweet me. But, you know, I'm getting there, okay? I'm going to see him at the family reunion. It's going to happen.
Okay.
So, but yeah, next step of this story is Xavier Woods post right there 5 minutes later, dude, I would totally do it. Let's make it happen. And then a bunch of people are like, wait, but what would the name of like a male Wendy's be? And I think somebody suggested like Wendell, and Wendy's was like, you got to do it. And Xavier Woods was like, done. So, next part of the story, I get a DM from Xavier Woods again, and he's just like, so what cons are you going to? We're going to make this costume happen. And I was like, what?
Yes,
we're actually doing this?
Yes,
so
you
he
are.
sent me a DM. Yeah, and he was just like, so tell me your cons. And I was like, okay, I'm going to this con, and this con. And he was like, oh, man, I can't make it to that con, or that con. But I'm going to Dragon Con.
Yes.
So he said, if you're going to Dragon Con, I'm going to have my group. And if you want to hang and do a costume and stuff, let's make it happen. It's going to be crazy. And I was like, everything about this is what I want.
And you go to Dragon Con every year already. So there you go.
Yeah, I do. I was debating this year because I'm also hitting up RTX. But now I'm like, okay, I'm gonna find a way there. I'm gonna work on media again this year, I guess.
Right.
So essentially, he was just like, yeah. And then me and him talked for a little bit more about like what we're doing for the costume. I don't want to spoil it, so I won't tell you any more details there. But essentially, me and Xavier Woods are doing a costume in a group. I don't know who this group is. I think he's a part of a thing called New Day or something.
Noob Day?
I don't watch wrestling. I just know he's a weeb, and I've always followed him because, like...
Oh, yeah,
cool
he has
stuff.
those Bootios cereal. That's all I know.
Yeah. I think they do, like... I love that I'm such a fake wrestling fan, but I'm, like, talking... like, I don't know anything about wrestling except that I respect it. And I think it's neato. I've wanted to get into it. I just haven't been able to. But I followed him because I knew he did a bunch of cool weeb stuff, and he's cosplayed before. So I'd seen him on the Twitters, but yeah, I think he's bringing like his wrestling people or something, and he talked to them already and said that they're in, so I don't know who these people are.
It's
but
probably
we're
his
doing
teammates that he like goes on stage
like,
with.
I don't know who his squad is for Dragon Con. I don't know if he brings them or if it's just like his friends. Either way, I'm cool, because the more Wendy's cosplayers, the merrier. So if you're going to Dragon Con this year, please pull out a Wendy's costume. Please do it. It'll be great.
Do it.
Like, I'm so excited, and I wanted to share that with you guys because I was like, what is happening? And I didn't know that he was, like, as big of a person, like, as I guess he is. As a person?
Yeah, because he's freaking jacked.
No, not like body mass. I meant just, like popularity-wise. I don't watch wrestling or anything, so I didn't, like, know he was very, like, well-known. I just knew he did weeb stuff. And when I told my friends about it, they were like, oh my god, he's this, and this. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. That's really neato.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a fake wrestling fan, and I need to learn stuff so that I can say words.
Soon he'll be on this podcast, and he'll take my place.
Hey,
It'll be there.
I might be able to get him as a guest, maybe. Probably not soon. He's probably busy.
Oh,
yeah.
I
know he travels,
like wrestlers have to travel, like, 365 days a year, so that's just, like, insane.
Like, yeah, we were talking, and he was telling me about, like, he's been doing it for 14 years, and we actually had, like, some really cool deep talks about, like college and, like, life and about journeys and wrestling and how certain structures work in the WWE, and, like, I'm really interested to learn more about it, so we're probably going to talk more about that.
Nice.
Because it's really neat, but yeah, maybe one day I'll get him on here. I don't know if he'd ever have time, and I don't want to ask him right now because he's probably really busy.
You got to meet him in person first.
Yeah. I'll meet him at Dragon Con, and then maybe I'll be like, yo, you want to be on our podcast?
Nice.
But yeah, probably not right now. But yeah, he's really sweet and nice and so respectful and humble, and even though we only talked for like 2 hours, he was really chill. And yeah, I recommend looking him up, people,
right.
if you want to.
Yeah, he's a freaking cool dude. He's a nice buff cool dude. All right, he's one righteous guy, as they would say.
Yeah, and I know that there's a lot of people out there when it comes to wrestling, they either love it or they hate it. But speaking of loving or hating it...
Oh, nice segue. Perfect.
Oh, look at that segue, Jordan. I'm on my game today. Honestly, guys, I want to tell you guys something. I was feeling a little down today, but I always get, like, in this really awesome... Wah! I get like this really good mood whenever I get to do the podcast with Jordan or something, because I get to feel like I'm doing this cool productive thing, but I'm also talking to my friend, and it, like, gives you this energy. So I highly recommend, if you've ever wanted to, like, start a podcast or start a creative endeavor that involves working with another person that you love, like, do it, because it's a really cool feeling. I mean, you don't have to, like, make it like a full-blown thing. It can just be, like, something you do once a week, just, like, for an hour or something. But, like, it just really gets the gears turning, and it's fun. And I recommend doing it, because it fills you with love energy and stuff.
It does. Fills you with tons of love energy.
Yes. So, Jordan, why don't you take us to our first love energy question?
Our first love energy question comes from Conqueror Lee, and they ask, what is a movie that everyone loves that you personally don't like versus a movie that everyone hates that you personally do like? I've got a few
All right.
of these.
I love the Teen Titans Go movie. I fucking love it. I don't care what the haters say.
Don't most people, even the people who hate Teen Titans Go, like that movie, think it's like, oh, it's a comedy movie?
Do they? Because when it was coming out, people on Twitter were not being very kind to that movie.
I mean, it was there was dumb parts in it, but it was funny. Like, it was, like, funny. Like, it wasn't, like, something where you go, like, okay, for instance, like, Shrek 2 is smart comedy versus, like, oh, yeah, this is, like, goofy, fun comedy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, because I guess I don't have a lot of, like, controversial movie opinions, because I guess I've never been in that world. So this is probably the closest answer I have to it, is the Teen Titans Go movie, because I just remember there being a lot of hate around it, and me liking it. Some people were like, what? And other people were fine with it. But, like, that was one of the movies that I liked that actually got backlash, so that's why I'm using that as an example. Even though, who knows, maybe people really like it now. Right. I just know at the time, people were not treating it like other movies that I think are really cool.
Right.
Yeah. And then I think a movie that I hate that people love, I mean, I don't like scary movies. Oh, like... This isn't a movie that I hate, but it is a movie that I probably wouldn't watch again, but there are people that swear by and love it. it was the most recent Mad Max Fury Road.
Oh, I didn't
movie.
care for that movie either. I'm
Yeah,
not even joking. I really.
There were parts of it that I thought were really good, but I don't think it was for me. And people like fucking love that movie, and I'm just like, I don't think it was for me. I don't hate it, but you know, that's the closest I can get, I think.
Right. Oh, that's good. That's cool to know.
Yeah. So what are yours?
A movie that I hate that everyone loves is I've gone in depth on record saying that Pixar's Up. I just do not like that movie at all. It's
Oh
just
no!
such a boring movie. It makes no. There's a bunch of stuff in it I just do not care for. But everyone's like, "Oh, it's one of the greatest Pixar films of all time."
Yeah.
I'm like, whatever, dude, whatever. And then a movie that everyone hates that I personally love is Adam Sandler's 8 Crazy Nights, that animated movie. It's so dumb, and it's drawn like the Iron Giant people, because it's by the people who made the Iron Giant. Well, like not the writers, of course, but just animated by the same people. And I really love that movie. It's so crap, I will never defend it, but it's just like, I love it. I love that movie to death.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if I have any more like controversial movie opinions. I mean, there's a lot I haven't seen. Oh, I saw Kung Pao recently.
Kung Pao Enter the Fist?
Yes.
Yeah, with Steve Oedeker. I remember seeing that in 5th grade.
I did not, Zach told me some history about it. That movie was in theaters?
Yeah, that movie was in theaters.
It's a redub of other existing movies. So it was like the first abridged series in theaters.
Yeah, because what happened was that movie came out, the original movie came out around the 70s or something like that. And then Steve Oedeker, the creator of Jimmy Neutron, people out there, he took the concept and he decided, okay, I'm going to take this and just, dub over it with various things. And it's funny, there are 2 versions of that movie. Well, actually, 3 versions all together. Because, if you watch the version that is on, that was in theaters, Steve Oedeker, says stuff in the movie that is very much okay, he's speaking English, and you can see his mouth is saying English, but the way it's dubbed is no, I'm dubbing over this line. For instance, he says I implore you to reconsider. But he's yelling it I implore you to reconsider, and his mouth is yelling. But in the original version, what he's saying is, I'm somebody's mommy, stuff like that. And it's just little fun little things like that when you watch the DVD. I still got the DVD over here.
That entire movie was crazy.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it though, but I don't think I enjoyed it to the level that Zach does, because I didn't grow up with it.
Yeah, I remember seeing that in 5th grade. That was a funny movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't watched it in years, though. I've not sat down and watched it in years, so.
Yeah. Oh, man, another movie that I've seen that I'm kind of it has a cult following, but, or maybe not cult's the right word, but it has a very large, oh my God, this movie's fucking great, is Rent.
Oh yeah, 525,600.
Yeah, I like this. I like some of the songs, but otherwise, it's just okay to me. There are some good parts and some good stories, I think, but I don't think I'd rewatch Rent.
Yeah, I'm that way with what is it? The Rocky Horror Picture Show. I love Rocky Horror's songs, but everything I'm just a sweet transvestite from transsexual Transylvania. I love Tim Curry.
But you're not a fan of the movie, or
no? I know I'm a fan of. I'm a fan of it to a point, but then when the buff guy comes in, I'm just okay, what happened? Then the chainsaw thing happens, and I'm just that's where the movie just goes down to be because I love musicals, even though I don't come off as it. I do, but one of my favorites is Little Shop of Horrors. I love that movie to death. I will rewatch that entire movie any time of day because I love it so much. But I just Rocky Horror Picture Show. Just certain parts where I'm just okay, it's a bit up to me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Still the songs though.
Yeah, I don't know if I have any more that I'm just against. I don't like horror movies, but that's just me.
Mm-hmm.
That's not anything special. There's no particular horror movie that I'm this one. Just general. I just don't like the gory boy movies.
Right,
but
gotcha.
Not gory boy movies, because they can be for girls too. But I I've had this habit recently of calling everything an insert something boy, like a tangly boy, or like, oh, look at the birdie boy, or I need to get my Mikey boy for my microphone. Like, I've just been calling everything my blank boy. It's been a very interesting habit that has made a lot of conversations go in different directions depending on the context, and I won't even think about it because I've just been saying it.
All
but
right.
You know what? I'm gonna commit to it.
This is my black boy.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there you go.
Are you just gonna casually start referring to yourself as such?
No, that's what Katy can do. Also, I have a podcast with a black boy, with this black boy.
Oh my god.
And he is just like, he is so funny.
Jordan will constantly do this voice when he visited me down in
boy.
Down in the South.
I tell you what, I have this podcast with this black boy, and he's such a fine gentleman,
God.
and he talks real good and educated, like it's good for his kind.
I just, every time, I would just break, and I can't even.
Like, you know what's funny? Katy used to call me, like, Jordan Coon, and I was like, what the fuck do you call me? Like this.
Yeah, whenever he would say that, I'd be like, what? And then I'd be like, oh my god. And then when you got me and Casey with the Monica joke.
Yeah, the Monica thing. Because there's this thing.
I was like, me and Casey were sincerely like, what is he, what was he saying? And then we both figured it out.
Yeah. Because it's like, why do black people call each other Monica all the time? I don't get what they're saying. And then, like, I was just like, why do they call each other Monica? And then Katy was like, Monica? And I was like, what the fuck you call me? And then she's like, oh, God.
And then me and Casey were like, ah! Oh my God!
Monica. Oh, God. That was funny.
Just Monica.
Just Monica. But speaking of just Monicas, I don't know.
That was a terrible segue.
Yeah.
That was almost as terrible as McDonald's. Speaking of McDonald's. But in this next question, we are going to rank our top 5 fast food restaurants. Yes. So, Jordan, why don't you start us off? I think I know what your first one is.
You might not, because it's me. Let's see. Top 5 fast food restaurants. I barely eat fast food anymore because it makes me sick. But when I do eat fast food, I make sure it's good fast food. But let's see. 5 would be. All right. Let's see. What is fast food? What is Chipotle considered fast food? Or no, because it doesn't have a drive-through.
Oh yeah, I wonder if what qualifies fast food. Yeah, let's go with drive-throughs. So that would mean, does Subway have a drive-through?
I don't think it does.
Yeah, maybe let's go with like the big chain.
I think if they make it in front of you, like it's not fast. Well, I mean, like because you know, like how Subway, like they make the stuff right in front of you and then they give it to you, and like, I guess it's like sort of a quote unquote healthier version. I don't know.
Let's just go with like the greasy drive-through fast food.
All right, drive-through fast food. Okay.
Yeah.
5, I would say. Wendy's. 4.
Fair.
I would say that I go to. I'm trying to think of what I go to regularly when I do. Well, when I did go to regularly, Taco Bell. 4.
Okay.
3 would be. I guess Five Guys doesn't really count because it has no drive-through because they have to take their sweet ass time. So okay. Let's see. 3 would be. Pizza Hut doesn't count. Drive-through. Something with the drive-through. The fuck do I get at the drive-through? Hold on one second. Let me revamp this. All right, so let's put Wendy's at 4, Taco Bell at 3. Because the only thing I really love at Taco Bell is the cheesy gordita crunch. And what I like to do is I like to take a cheesy gordita crunch, put a cheese roll up in it, and then I like wolf it down. It's like freaking delicious to me. So I don't care what anyone says. I love that. 5 again, because I know my first 2. Shit. Drive-through. Because I know like 5 off the dot, but I don't think they count because, like you just said, drive-through. So
Yeah, maybe Arby's or Dairy Queen.
does Baskin-Robbins count?
Do they have a drive-through?
They do when they're fused with Dunkin' Donuts. Does Dunkin' Donuts count?
Sure. Sure. If they have like breakfast sandwiches.
Well,
sure.
they have a drive-through though. Like that's what I like is the drive-through. I mean, but it's not like something savory though. So I like because I think that's like the line here is like it's because I love Baskin Robbins. That's like my favorite place to get like ice cream and dessert and stuff like that. But I wouldn't consider it like I don't know if that's considered.
Yeah,
fast
maybe
food.
not food. No, I don't. Then in that case, maybe not.
Okay, shit. Does In-N-Out Burger even count as fast? Oh yeah, it does. It has drive-through, but yeah, I mean In-N-Out's fine, but I don't like it like that. Let's see.
This is so difficult. We finally cracked Jordan.
I know because like there are some fast foods that I remember liking, like Sonic, but I haven't had it in years, and I've never had Jack in Box.
Sonic's a good one.
Yeah, I haven't had Sonic in like since 2010. Like that was the last time I had Sonic, so I can't remember. I can't accurately say, oh, I miss Sonic.
Then you can just give your top 4 if you want, and maybe when I give mine, you can think of a 5th
Okay,
one.
yeah, sure. All right, so number 2 is Whataburger, and then number 1 is Popeyes because I'm black and I do not know what they put in that chicken. Okay, you know what? Here's the honest truth about me, people. That not a lot of people know, but if you listen to this podcast, you'll know from now on. My favorite food is actually Popeye's fried chicken. The only reason I say burgers is because it doesn't fit a stereotype, but I can't help it. That shit is so good. It is so damn good.
The truth is coming out, people.
I can't help it. It is so goddamn good. Like, I've loved Popeyes ever since I was a little kid. But then there's that stereotype that black people love the fried chicken. I love me some fried chicken. You see my feet moving, mouse? And I'm just like, okay, yeah, you're right. But I do. That is probably my favorite food. Because I had like that this weekend when I wasn't stuffing my face with Whataburger. Someone like gave me some Popeyes. And it was like fresh. And I just realized, like, biting into that batter, like, I don't know what the fuck they put in that batter. It just makes me, like, just go, oh, my God. This is just delicious. It is so crunchy. It's, like, juicy. It's so tender. Like, when you bite into it, it's like an angel's kissing your tongue. And it's just like, oh, my God, I love it. I love Popeyes. And it's so, whatever. I do. I love Popeyes. Popeyes is my favorite.
That's amazing.
All right, so you go ahead. Take it, Queen Wendy.
All right. So I also have a dirty secret.
Okay.
I'm gonna start with my number 1, and Jordan knows what it is.
Oh yeah.
My favorite fast food restaurant is not Wendy's.
It's McDonald's.
It is indeed McDonald's.
I can't believe it.
I am garbage.
She's loving it.
I really do. Like,
but you prefer the
that...
chicken though, not the burgers. Tell them that, because that's what people look at you for.
Yeah, I love the Wendy's, like, the Wendy's chicken sandwich and, like, all that stuff is just, like, oh, God. Wendy's has, like, a lot of the big meal stuff that I like, but McDonald's chicken nuggets and their fries and their frappe are, like, it's like a dirty treat for me.
Yeah, because I think, like,
I get it.
Well, the thing is, like, people only look at you, like, sideways, I found, is if you say you like McDonald's burgers more than you like Wendy's burgers or something like that.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so, like, that's the thing.
Like, I just get, like, when I have, like, a little goddamn Happy Meal from McDonald's and a frap. Like, it just, oh, my God. It's so good. But, yeah, Wendy's is my number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Wendy's is my number 2. And number 3 is Dairy Queen.
Dairy Queen counts?
Yeah, they have a drive-thru.
Okay, yeah, sure, yeah. That's my 5, then. 5, okay.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, Dairy Queen. And then number 4 would have to be, it would definitely have to be Sonic. Then, or no, sorry, number 3. Then number 4 would be Sonic. Number 5 would be Taco Bell, and number 6 would be Whataburger. I'm going to
6 is Whataburger. What the fuck is with you, Katie? You lied to me.
5 would be Whataburger. 6 would be Taco Bell.
That's what I thought.
And then 7 would be Zaxby's.
I don't know what that is.
Zaxby's is really good. We have that here, and their chips are like, they make like these homemade potato fried chip things that are to die for. I might even put that in front of Taco Bell, actually. No. I'm going to stand by my decision. So you said Dairy Queen would be your number 5?
Yeah, I love the Dairy Queen. Their onion rings.
They're blizzards.
The blizzards and onion rings are fucking awesome at Dairy Queen. So yeah, I love them. Yeah, I would definitely do that. That's like so good. It like it's just like it's one of those things that just I feel so good about eating. And, like it just makes me just want to like pig out on them. But I feel like if I do, I'll get fat, and then my physical attraction will go down. And speaking of physical attraction,
got him. I knew you were setting it up. I was like, okay.
Yes, okay. That's why I passed you the layup. I pass you the layup and you dunk it, Katy.
Yep.
You dunk it.
Yep. Speaking of physical attraction.
Is that the replay button?
Yes. Why don't you take it away, Jordan, and take us to our next question that you take us to? Did I mention taking us to that question?
No, you didn't.
Do that.
What am I supposed to take? Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I'll give it
take us to the field, my dude.
All right. This question comes from Champion 5, and it is... Oh, sorry. How important is physical attraction in a relationship? Like, so that's because there are some people out there who will say like, I could date someone if they didn't look good or something like that. Like they look like, no offense to anyone who has like a disabled, like someone who looks like, my boy Jason Voorhees, Voorhees with his like. The way if you've seen his face, you know how he looks. So it's just like well, the looks don't matter to me. It's everything is just personality. And I think like I have a problem with the fact that people will try to say that's all it is for like everyone. Like the way I think is right for all of mankind, and I'm just like I don't agree with that because like looks are what entices you to go. Yeah. I like that. I want to pursue that. I want to talk to that so they can touch my butt, stuff like that. That's my personal opinion.
I mean, because I don't think there's an extreme both ways that is correct. Like, just like I don't think somebody who is fully 100% a quote-unquote, like, God model level of attraction but has zero personality and is, like, mean and all this stuff, I don't think that's a good situation. But I also don't think somebody who is 0% attractive to you but is, like, great in every other thing is also a good situation. I don't think you should think in those extremes, but I think there's like a middle ground, kind of a balance beam or whatever the thing is. And for me, physical attraction is like lower on the beam. It's not like 10% to 90% or anything. It's kind of like 60-40, like 55-45, kind of like, because the first thing that gets me enticed is like a lot of mental stuff. Like the vibe that I'm getting, the comedy, the serious talks, like all of that combined is what gets me going. And then like, and if they also have certain maybe physical attributes, like if they are taller and if they're, even if they're just average looking, but they have like, they're killing it in the other department, that does it for me versus, I guess, what the standard of beauty, I guess, is like, because if there's a guy that's like, I don't know, like guys that are very muscly and like all that stuff are like, I guess, what the quote unquote ideal attraction thing is. But I think people can all be really good looking in their own ways. I mean, there's obviously extreme examples where it's like you're lying if you say like that's the quote unquote conventional attraction level, but like, the other stuff was never really something on my list of necessary, I guess. Like, I don't need someone that's really buff and does all this stuff. If they are, that's fine. But it's more about the mental stuff. But I do have, like, some vanities in that, like, I'd like them to be tall. And, like, I don't know, medium-sized. Like, maybe skinny, but, like, if they're a little plumper and, like, they've got everything else going on and they have a really nice face, that's fine. I don't care if their body's like a chiseled god or whatever. Because, like, I've had significant others that are, like, skinny as a pole to, like, a little bit of pudge on them. But they were amazing people and funny and all this stuff. And, like, I was, like, really in love. And, yeah, I think it's a balance. And it's different for different people. Because we all have different reasons for loving people sometimes. Yeah.
All right, so Katie just gave you all the gay answer. I'm gonna tell you the right answer. I'm joking. Okay, but yeah, I agree with that. Like, cause there's this notion that like, cause I know for me, like, there are people who are like quote unquote mainstream hot that I'm just like not personally attracted to. And I was like, okay, well,
Yeah.
they're like okay, like, cause I'm more attracted to like toned down and just like personality. Like, I will say like cause like I'm saying like if I'm just seeing a person who I go, oh, that's cool, like, cause there have been times I talk to someone and they increasingly become more attractive because of their personality. So like that's what I can say that like easily. I just see the way they look and the way they act, and then I become attracted to their personality. So like that is like a true thing. Like, so if you ever have that, like, personality is a keeper, folks. But like if I'm just like, let's say I'm at like a park or something, and then like I'm there and I see like this girl who's about to start jogging, and then she does that thing where she's like pouring water like to wipe off sweat or something like that, and then she's just like whew, and I just see like, oh, she's got a cute face, a rockin' bot, stuff like that. Like that will like get me go, oh wow, she is freaking hot as hell. Like I will just stare like wow, and then like part of me is like, oh yeah, I wouldn't mind talking to her or something like that, or wouldn't mind doing this. Or like for me, and this is something that like I notice some people will take offense to, and I don't mean like in a negative way. Like some people will take offense to if I say like, oh, I like the fact that this person takes care of themselves. Like this person is like healthy and they're fit and something like that. That makes me just go, oh, I respect them. And then shut up, Siri. I'm trying to talk about women. And so anyways,
dang it, Siri.
Yeah. So anyways, we're talking about like there are various people like, oh wow, like I think this girl is so beautiful. She like cares about her appearance. Like she, takes her time. She, like, I noticed that she's doing her makeup. She's taking her time to take care of her body. She's just, living her best life. And I respect that and I appreciate that. But then, some people go like, well, not everyone has to do that. Are you saying that? And it's just like, look, I wasn't talking about you. I didn't at you or anything like that. All I'm saying is I think it's very attractive personally that this person does. Like, don't try to mitigate feelings of inadequacy when someone else is doing something.
It's like,
and it's like, I'm not putting you down.
Yeah. Effort can be attractive, whether it's effort in like being physically active or whether it's effort in, I like to get up in the morning at 8 a.m. and put on my eyeliner, and it makes me feel good because like I get to start the day with like something that makes me feel good about myself. Like, not that you necessarily need your girlfriend or whatever to wear eyeliner, but like knowing that they have things that they do and put effort into to make themselves feel good and go about their day can be good. And if it also makes them physically look good, that's cool too. Like, I have a friend that's attracted to people that have the fitness lifestyle, but don't necessarily have to have like the perfect physical body, but just like if they have like a lot of fitness routines, or if they just eat healthy and like commit to certain ways of like living like she does, that kind of makes her happy because she feels like that's something that's important to her and she wants to share with that. They don't have to necessarily look like a model, but that can sometimes be a result if you live that lifestyle. But just like showing the effort into your like self like that can be something that's attractive to people.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's perfect.
So like, yeah, so I guess that's one other way of looking at it. But to answer the question on a basic level, does physical attraction matter?
I'd say a bit. It depends on who you are. Because I know if you're like asexual and you don't care about any attraction thing, you just want the personality, then yeah, of course it's not going to matter to you at all. But then I know there's some people who say it doesn't matter, but low-key it does matter. But they're like, again, mitigating those feelings of personal inadequacy. Yeah. So they like try to just like say justify, oh well, they're not that great. They're
like,
not that
majority of the time I think it's safe to say that physical attraction matters on some level, but the percentage of how much it matters to you varies.
Yes.
Per person, per relationship.
Exactly.
Because like there can be certain things about a person that you're like, I find that attractive in ways that others probably don't find attractive.
Yeah, like this girl could fart the alphabet. How cool is that? Like, that shit is just fucking hot.
Some people might be into it. So, like, it can really be, like, a beauty's in the eye of the beholder situation, too, because there are lots of stereotypes that go into what is supposed to be deemed as quote-unquote attractive. And a lot of them can hit the mark, but a lot of them are just things that the man is pushing on you, man. Like, that, like, women should be 100% shaved and stuff, like, everywhere. And, like, in some countries, it's like, they're chill. It's like, we don't need that. That's whatever. Everybody has body hair. And some people take it to a level where it's like,
Gorilla.
if she's not shaved, I won't even touch her. And then some people will take it to a place where it's like, I mean, you know, I prefer it this way, but if, you know, she doesn't shave her legs for a week or whatever, it's not like, oh my God, how dare you? Like.
But what if it's like Borat?
Well, I mean, if that's how her hair naturally grows, I mean, it can be a preference thing, but it's important to accept, like, we all fucking have body hair.
Yeah.
Like, you can have, like, attraction to stuff, but understanding, like, when you're setting unrealistic versus realistic standards can be important, and making sure that you don't put your insecurities onto others as well can also be important. And it's okay to have, like, preferences and stuff like that, but just making sure that you check
you are
yourself.
not obligated to like everyone, and not everyone's obligated to like you back.
Yeah, and people aren't obligated to, like, change for you either, or for you to put your standards onto them. I mean, you can, like, have conversations and do what you want and stuff, but if somebody is a certain way and your goal in going into a relationship is to change them, that is a not good thing to do, my friend. That is the opposite of what relationships should be.
Right. Exactly.
You should go in, like, knowing, okay, this is the person, and they're going to have things about them that I love and that I respect and I want to cherish forever, and yay.
Yeah,
but then there might be other stuff.
Go ahead.
Oh, yeah?
No, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, there might be other stuff that, like, isn't something maybe necessarily you would do, but as long as it doesn't cross, like, your lines of, like, negotiables versus non-negotiables, you're like, okay, you know, I mean, that's just something about them that's different. It's important to know what your lines are and what is important to you, and if certain levels of physical attraction are something you need for certain levels of relationships, that's okay, but understanding that, like, your standards shouldn't be put onto others to make them change for you, but if you happen to find somebody that is good for you, that's cool and great, and you'll be happy together and stuff, but just, you know, understanding what realistic expectations are and not forcing somebody to change to meet unrealistic standards is important.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Just make sure you're not pedalizing people. But speaking of pedalizing.
Oh!
Yes, there you go. You got it.
Hold on,
Got
sorry.
it, Katy.
Oh.
Late. Dunk it.
Hold on, I had to yawn. I was feeling some sleepies in my
Yeah,
my
we're
mind.
tired. Well,
oh God,
I'm
gonna
tired.
make you yawn now.
There
yeah,
you
he
go.
got off a
Pass
plane.
it. I got off the plane.
Oh man,
before.
but yes, this next question. Oh gosh, it comes from Instagram. I don't remember his name. It's TF
Digi.
Tiger something.
It's like Digi
Whatever.
or D Tiger.
Digimon.
Like, or,
Digimon.
yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
D Tiger.
D Tiger 45.
Yeah, D Tiger 45. What's up, my dude? And the question is, do you have an idol? And we've talked about like people we've looked up to before, and like voice actors that we've looked up to, or just like celebrity crushes and all that kind of stuff. But I think idol is a very specific term that kind of means like you idealize this person, you put them on this pedestal of like this is the goal. And I think it's important to have conversations about that mindset, because I don't think I really have like an idol, but I have people that I see what they put out into the world and I want to emulate some of that positivity. So I have people that I look up to and try to kind of emulate in certain things that they are, but I try my best to not put them in a box of this means that they can do no wrong, or this means that they are this perfect being or whatever. And like I've been guilty before of having a mindset where like somebody that I loved, I was just like, oh, they're just so great, and I would kind of excuse bad things that they were doing. And I'm better and in a place now where I can understand that that was not okay, and I can see what those things were as they were, and I confronted them and was able to move on and create better relationships because of being real and not putting people in those boxes. And so yeah, I don't think I have an idol. I think that's my answer.
Yeah. I don't have idols. I don't look up to people anymore. Just there are people I respect, but I don't like idolize anyone, because that's unhealthy in my opinion, just to like put someone on so high a pedestal that it's like you're my idol or something like that. Like unless they're like, you know, freaking God or something like that. Because I remember.
Yeah, I know that.
Well, go
yeah.
ahead.
Oh no, I was about to say I know that there's like an unhealthy culture surrounding like, what is it, like those Japanese pop idol groups or something?
Oh yeah, like those J-pop people.
Yeah, I think those are called idols, and like there probably is like a healthy way to like love that stuff, and that's great if you're one of those people that like love that and genuinely have a good connection with it. But I have seen some extremes of that where, like, for example, girls in that industry aren't allowed to have a boyfriend because they're being idolized by guys, and like it's like in their contract, like you're not allowed to date, and like and it's like, whoa, like putting people into that box of like, you have to be this for me, when a celebrity is just a person. I mean, they can have a brand, but their personal life and who they love should not be dictated by people who it's none of their business what their private life is. And just a lot of the way that those people have to live when they're in those positions is very telling of that idol mindset of putting people into these boxes of what they need to be so that they can be entertaining for me, or so that they can fill this specific need of what I want to see in a person. And it's just scary to think about. And I've never been in those groups, and I'm sure that there, like I said, are ways to love that stuff that aren't in this mindset. But those are some examples of the extreme side. Emphasis on it's the extreme side, so it's not the majority, I hope,
Right.
of some of that stuff that I've seen. And that's the stuff I want to stay away from.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would never want to be like that, like, or because when people come up to me at cons, and well, I'm really honored, like, and it's really cool to see people like geek out over me. I'm just like, dude, I'm just a geek, I'm just a nerd, I'm just whatever. Like, there's nothing big here, because like, you know, sometimes you'll see like some people, especially like I've seen this several times at conventions, where you'll have like this guy who's like, oh, I'm an online personality, celebrity, or something like that. I do this, so like I'm a god here. I'm a freaking god, and like I've seen him act this way, like behind the parties, after scenes and stuff like that. And I was like, dude, what do you do though? Like there are times where I just like look at them, and I want to say, even though I just don't care. It was enough to say, but it's just like, what the fuck do you honestly do? What do you do? Okay, it's just like okay, like you're just a person. He's a person who found something that worked, and that's it. Like, that's it. Like, you're trying to treat these people like they're beneath you when they're not beneath you at all. And it's just, like, it's ridiculous. So, I always just
there was, like, this Twitch... I think at a TwitchCon one time, there was a meme going around about this guy that was on stage with a bunch of other Twitch
streamers. Oh, yeah, he was like, I think I'm better than most people.
Yeah, like, but he said it in this way that was like, I don't know if this is, like, weird, but, like, you know, I just, like... You know, I kind of like have this low key god complex, you know, and like he's laughing with the bros.
That was the most cringe thing ever to see.
It was so crazy, and he was just like, like a low key god complex, like you know, I just think I'm like better than the people watching, you know, and I'm just like, oh my god.
And you know what was funny about that is that dude barely had any followers. Like I think he had like, what was it, like he had like 3,000 followers on Twitter, 1,000 on 1,000 on YouTube, like. I think 10,000 or like probably less than that on freaking Twitch. And it was just like, wow, there are people way bigger than you or way more humble than you. So it's like, shut the fuck up. Like,
yeah,
what the fuck
that's
are you
like
doing?
a mega youch from me, my dude. Like,
that's like
yeah,
ridiculous.
I remember when that happened, people were spreading it on Twitter, justly calling that shit out. Like, sir, are you okay in the noggin?
Yeah, exactly. It's just like, it's so stupid. I mean, like, there's sometimes it's just like I know I'm better than all my fans, but does that mean I'm better? Joke. Joke. I love you guys.
It's just like, it's a situation that is very real. There are people that think like that out there.
No, it is. It's so weird. Like, to me, it's so weird. Like, there are so many people, like, I will make time to, like, talk to anyone at a con just because, like, I love talking to hear from the people, like, and, like, oh, get this out, you're gone. But there are some people just like, yes, you bother me. Out of my way now. I'm so much better. And, like, you know how Shere Khan was talking and then Jungle, don't you know who I am? That's how people are at the freaking cons.
Yeah,
just like, who the fuck are you? What the fuck do you actually do for this world? And it's just like, shut the fuck up. Get out of my face. Let's all go to Whataburger. There we go. Let's have some fun.
Yeah, because, like, the people that are actually important don't have to say,
yeah, like Elon Musk
important.
Or Neil deGrasse Tyson. Like, people who
or
do
like,
stuff
or
for the
if you're
planet.
important to somebody, or if you're doing something that's great, if you have to say, I am important, or I this or that, then it's probably an indicator that you're trying to put that out into the universe. Yeah, you're trying to prove something. And people that are doing things that don't, or people that are doing things that matter don't have to prove anything. Even though there can be, like, imposter syndrome and all this stuff, it's just like, it's.
Do you think Michael Jordan leaves YouTube comments?
Yeah, I remember you telling me about that.
Yeah, I remember that. It's just so funny to think about. Like, it's just like, no, that's not what he does. It's just, there are people out there, if, like, I know I'm important and great, but like if you're like trying to promote a fight, you say like, okay, whatever, you act however you do. But like there's just like a thing where you just like there's a confidence in yourself that you're just like, oh yeah, I don't need
like everybody is important in some way, but I think Mob Psycho 100, one of the theme songs, says it best. Oh, well, this isn't really a spoiler. It's just in the theme song. I'll take my headphones
off, so just let me know.
Oh my gosh. It's essentially, one of the lyrics is like, if everyone is not special, then maybe you can be what you want to be. So, Jordan, are you there?
Yeah, I'm listening. I'm here. Like, just give me the sign for...
Oh my gosh! I'm just saying the lyrics to the intro.
Okay. Oh, okay. If everyone was so special,
yeah. It's like if everyone is not special, maybe you can be what you want to be. Like,
I love that. Like, it's a great song to get you working out.
It's a really good song. 4, 3, 4. Yeah. It's a great song and a great anime. Please watch it. There definitely is a strong message about like humility and like just trying to live a fulfilled life. And then go watch the Wisecrack video explaining this show, because that's a really good video. But yeah, I think that's a good line, especially to indicate like if no one is truly like quote unquote special. Quote unquote is like my new catchphrase.
Quote unquote special.
Quote unquote. You right. But if nobody is special, then anyone can be anything, because all it takes is being a person.
Like that line Syndrome said in The Incredibles, when everyone's super, no one will be.
Yeah, exactly. And like there are definitely things that make you individual and important in your own ways and stuff, and there's definitely a conversation to be had about certain advantages and all this stuff. But in terms of like, are you as just an individual like quote unquote special or better than somebody else just by being you? No. But you are an individual. You are important to, you know, the circle of life and the people that love you and the people you love and all that stuff. But like otherwise, just live your life and go out there and try to be the best that you can be, because that's what everybody's trying to be. And Mob Psycho 100 is a really good anime. You should watch it.
Yeah, sure. Go watch it, y'all.
It's really good, guys. And the dub's really, 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 really good.
This is the second season dubbed yet?
I don't believe so.
Okay, well, I
had to watch the second season subbed, sadly.
Yeah, I'll watch the second season dubbed when it gets dubbed.
It's so great. Oh, God. It makes me so happy. Like, everybody dresses so nicely. And speaking of dressing nicely... All right. I beat you to the punch.
Yo, you didn't. I caught it, and I, like, redirected it to someone else.
You caught it? Did you pass it back? You gotta pass it back, Jordan. Hurry.
Yeah, so that would mean you hit yourself in the face if you, like, threw a punch.
You missed. The frisbee has hit my forehead. It hurts. Jordan, how dare.
You right.
How could you do this?
Sit up and think. Shut up and think of some more quotes for yourself.
Maybe I will. I actually do have like a list on my computer
of catchphrases,
like quotes that are inspiring. Or no, just like quotes. Whenever I hear like a certain quote when I'm watching something, I'll like write it down and be like, I like that quote. It makes me feel good.
Send me that after this. All right. Which anime character do you think has the best style? Like clothing wise, and that comes
I
from
think it'd be easy. I think it would be easy to say that that like JoJo characters have an interesting sense of fashion.
I mean, but do you think that like actually looks like, oh shit, I'd rock that?
I think in shows like or in even their casual outfits.
They just wear like freaking school outfits.
Well, no, because on the weekends when it shows them at home or like doing casual activities, they do wear regular clothes. I'm trying to think of some of those casual outfits. Oh, I think the Persona.
Is that an anime?
Games. Yeah, they have an animation of Persona 4, and Persona 5 has an anime now too. Their casual clothes are really cute.
Okay, because I'm talking like pure casual clothes right now, because I'm trying to think who has like the best casual clothes in series I've seen.
Oh yeah, their casual outfits.
Because Saitama
really
looks like a dad.
Yeah. Oh, Saitama's definitely got like some good looks.
No, he's just got like he wears like a collared shirt and some Crocs and shorts.
Yeah.
And it's just like what kind of dad shit?
I'm trying to think like next level of fashion. Oh man, I think that. Well, yeah, I guess in Orin High there are a few outfits that Haruhi wears that are really cute.
What about Bleach?
Bleach, you know, honestly, their clothes are like a little 90s style, not very modern.
Oh, like you weren't born in the 90s. Oh, okay.
I mean, it's true. I'm trying to think of modern looks though. There are some anime that like did. Oh, it's not an anime, but Totally Spies. All of their outfits are like.
Well, that's not an
chic.
anime, so it doesn't count, Caitlin.
Shut up.
Yeah, shut up.
Caitlin.
Shut up,
Katy.
Katie Lynn.
How dare.
Yes. All right. What about? Oh, you know who's great? Yu Yu Hakusho. Yeah, Yu Yu Hakusho. They look
I
phenomenal.
haven't watched that.
Oh, that show is so great. You need to watch it.
I'm
all
on
the way
season
through.
2 of Hunter x Hunter now though, and I'm really loving Hunter x Hunter.
Okay, Hunter x Hunter. That's another show. That's another show with the.
Yeah, but I haven't seen a lot of fashion, like just casual fashion in it.
Oh yeah,
I'm trying to
Killua
think.
didn't do the. Yeah, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right there.
Yeah, yeah.
What else is there? There's
Like, because a lot of characters just wear the same thing every day, so it's like finding an anime where the characters dress. Mob Psycho 100 actually has like some cute outfits.
But when he's not
Like,
wearing
when they're
his
not-
black
when they're not-
school suit.
Yeah,
or his,
when they're
like,
not in the
gym
school
clothes.
outfit. Yeah. There's a few casual outfits that are like, oh, those are nice. I know that there's anime that have like higher fashion stuff. Oh my gosh, Monogatari. The girls were really cute.
You mean
outfits.
what? You mean like My Love Story?
Yeah, all my love
You're
story.
American. Say it like an American.
Say it like an American.
Say it like an American from Alabama. You
That
dang
has
good.
some really cute outfits. Like I'm just
They
naming
wear the
shows
same
that like, oh,
thing,
that's
though.
a cute outfit.
They usually wear this. Oh yeah, no, wait, Yamato doesn't wear the same thing. I like how
Yeah, yeah,
Yamato changes her hair in the series.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
So
cute.
yeah, I think my main answer would have to be the Persona people though, because I fucking am obsessed with Persona right now, and just their outfits are so cute, and I love them.
Okay, that sounds good.
What about your answer?
I would say probably the Yu Yu Hakusho ones when they're
Yeah.
doing their boy band looking covers because they look like freaking great in their side clothes. I love their side clothes. That's with everything they wear. I go like I'd rock that. I'd rock that in real life.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, but speaking of rocking, because punches. and stuff.
Yeah. Speaking of things that rock, sports.
You don't watch sports, Katie.
It's true, but I have participated in sporting things before.
Volleyball.
This next question is, what is our favorite sport? Sports.
Right, let's see if we can guess each other's.
Okay, let's see. Well, I think I told you mine earlier, though.
No, you didn't.
Then if you guess it, then I'm gonna be salty. Okay, I think yours is kickball.
No. I hated playing
Damn it.
kickball in school, too.
How dare you say that I am wrong?
I hated it because I would always bust my ass and everyone would laugh at me. They'd be like,
Is it
you're
capture
fat, you
the
can't
flag?
do this. And then I'd just be like, oh, fuck.
It's capture the flag.
You're thinking of recess games. Those don't count.
Listen, that was fun, okay? Let me have my sports that aren't sports.
I bet your favorite sport. It's not volleyball, because you never played
No.
volleyball.
Well, I did play volleyball. Not like in a school thing, but like when I would go with summer camp and stuff, they would have volleyball and I'd play it. I wasn't too bad.
Okay then. I'm gonna guess. From what you've told me in the past about your exercise routine, I'd say swimming, Michael Phelps.
Yeah, that's what I told you earlier.
No, you didn't.
I was like swim. I did before
No, you
when
didn't.
we
You
were.
thought you did.
But it was an illusion.
You thought you told me
Fine.
that earlier, but I have remembered it from months ago, so that's where I see it.
All right, I'll give it to you then.
What's
Yes,
mine?
I really
I'm gonna
like swimming, not only for workouts, but just like in general. It's just like, oh, it's so great. I've never participated in like
A meet.
sport swimming.
You've
But
never had a
yeah, I've
meet?
never done any of that. I've only swam for fun, but I like the idea that there's a way to do that on a more other level. But I really liked playing softball and soccer growing up. I just didn't like the running part. I liked the other parts.
You hated the running part, but you like.
Yeah, Yeah, I liked the parts where I hit a ball and kicked a ball. I liked kickball, actually, like, because I would just run a short little distance to a base, and that was cool, and I would kick the ball, and that was
friend
great.
would do that too, but my friend would never pay attention. That's a funny story for another day, but it's funny. I had a friend who always fucked up during kickball because he would try to impress the coach.
Oh, God. I know that there are a lot of, like, weeb sports out there, too. Huh?
Katy?
Nani? We are experiencing technical difficulties at
Katy.
this time. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now I can. There you go.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. Mm-hmm. But now we will go out of the technical difficulties. You didn't stop recording, did you?
No. Why would I?
Okay, good.
This is all part of the thing.
Okay, good.
This is all part of the thing. You
gotta
keep going.
All right, cool. Well, we are back from... Hey, guys, we had a few technical difficulties there for a minute.
Can you put one of those, like, little Indian things where they have the thing come up and it's like... Dun, 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 when you did
oh, my gosh. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Yeah, yes. Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I probably edited out a majority of the difficulties. But still, we are back, and we were talking about sports and stuff. And I know that there's this one soccer team called AFC Wimbledon, that a podcast that I love to listen to, Dear Hank and John, talk about all the time. And I don't know much about them in general, but I do think it's really cool that people get so passionate about sports and, like, different sporting events. And I think different people have different, like, love sports in different ways. And I think that different sports have different types of fandoms. Like, I've heard that, like, golf can be different when you're a fan of it than, like, being a fan of soccer, like, in terms of how the fans act during the games. Have you ever, like, been really invested in sports before?
I've been invested in a fight, like watching a fight. Like, so for example, in the thing where like if a fighter is going against each other, like the Conor versus Floyd fight, I was rooting for Conor even though I knew he was going to lose, and I was like, come on Conor, you got this, come on, and he just it was so sad to me. Like, it was just one of those things. I was getting super hype and yelling into it, and I was just going, come on, lay him out, but then, like, he lost, but it was exciting. So I do get into sports. Like, I get super into sports like that.
Oh, man.
Or Super Bowl.
Is wrestling a sport?
I mean, there's college wrestling, which is different, where you're actually, like, wrestling on the ground. And then there's WWE wrestling. And by all means, those people are athletic as fuck. But it's pre-proctored, like, what it is. It's like watching a series of stories that is going to happen, but, like, they still got to do all this athletic stuff. They got to hit each other with the chairs. They got to jump these incredible heights. They got to be able to be super big and flip and stuff like that. So it is very, very athletic and taxing, but I from a sports sense, where it's like, oh, you don't know who's going to win. If you were there behind the scenes, you know who's going to win this match. It's not like they're actually fighting each other. So it's just like, though to people watching, it's like you could root all you want, but that doesn't change the outcome of the wrestling match, because it's already pre-proctored. Like, oh, so-and-so's, The Rock is going to beat Stone Cold here or something like that.
I think just cheering in general probably won't change the match.
Well, sometimes it can, because it can give them that eye of the tiger, and then they can get up and go at it. Yeah, dude, that can help.
I guess if you throw in your spirit, if you believe hard enough.
No, I'm saying, like, if you, like, say, come on, you got this, and then, like, that person will get, like, that second win, and they see the person they wanted to impress doing it, and then it's just like, all right, let's go.
I guess, there can be that element of, like, motivating players and stuff.
Yeah.
But, like, a lot of the time, these people are, like, they're trained, they know what they're doing, and your support is nice, but they've got a job to do, and they're going to kick ass.
Exactly.
Regardless of if you're cheering against them or with them.
Exactly.
Yeah. But I guess to answer the question, my favorite sport would be swimming. Although I think there are a lot of things that can qualify as sports that are fun. Like, if some wrestling is a sport, like you said, that's pretty cool. I've never been into it, like, the high school level, though. I think ping pong could be a sport. Like, what about esports?
Esport, oh my god. whatever.
Are esports a sport?
I guess. Like for me, I just like.
I mean,
what
qualifies as a sport?
That gets you moving and you start sweating a lot, and you have to like have a good source of stamina. In my opinion, like if you're just sitting down doing something, to me that's just sort of like okay. I mean, like you ever see that bullet ball thing?
I don't think so.
I gotta send it to you.
I'm scared.
Okay. Are you lying or have you actually seen it? You haven't seen it?
Bullet ball?
Yeah, bullet ball.
I don't think I've seen that.
Okay. Jesse and Saber Spark showed it to me like 4 years ago.
Oh God.
So...
I'm scared. What is it? Help! What is bullet ball?
You gotta go. Oh, we're watching it after this. We're watching it together after this bullet ball.
Tell me what it is. Tell the listeners.
Okay. Just go look it up. I can't. Me explaining it doesn't do it justice. And the other reason, now I know some of you, if you watch it and you listen to me, you probably think I'm being an asshole right now, but it actually turns out well for the person. So there, like that, it actually turns out well for the person. But just like
I'm
go
scared,
look up bullet ball.
And I'm having a hunch that this isn't a real sport. Well, I'm going to take it to a more wholesome note. I really love watching this thing on YouTube called the Marble Olympics, and it is wholesome, and it's like a sport. So your bullet ball can go do whatever it wants to do, but my Marble Olympics will kick your ass.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
It's essentially marble racing, and I consider it a sport, damn it.
Okay. Okay, so... I'm sorry, chat. I'm so sorry.
Scared. Jordan is losing everything. You heard it here first, guys. Jordan is breaking down. I don't think he's going to be okay. I'm sorry, listeners that wanted to hear more about sports.
I'm sorry.
Jordan is going to die live.
I like boxing. I'm like Tyson was playing, and I like football, and I like basketball. Yeah. So there you go. That's my favorite sport.
All right. Well, guys, I think that this is a good place to end today's episode because I don't think Jordan's going to recover.
I'm sorry, people. Yes, you be sure to follow me on Facebook.
Yeah, where can they find you? Where can they find you, Jordan?
At Jordan Jaxblade Downs on Facebook, Jaxblade Fitness Twitter, Jaxblade Instagram, Jaxblade YouTube, Jaxblade everywhere else. And you can find me. And you can find my friend Katy.
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at KaniDay Official. You can find me on. I love that Jordan's just casually just like dying in the background, like, and I'm doing an advertisement like, hey guys, you can find me on my you can find me at KaniDay. Just look it up, KaniDay on all the thingies and stuff. And Dr. Crafty and Kruby Productions, and then you can find us at Weird Flex But Okay Podcast on YouTube, Instagram. Or not Instagram, on Twitter at Weird Flex Pod, and you can find us on iTunes, SoundCloud, and YouTube at Weird Flex But Okay Podcast. And you can email us at weirdflexbutokaypodcast@gmail.com if you would like to submit a question. And I think that's a wrap. Jordan, do you have anything you want our listeners do you have anything you want to say about yourself, mister?
My point. I got bullet ball. I'm sorry. Yeah, have a good one. Have a good night, Paul. Thank you all for coming. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm sorry.
Dare you? Yeah, like, favorite, subscribe, and eat a bunch of Popeye's chicken and Wendy's and McDonald's.
Whataburger.
And then get fat, but then like work it off and like be like really motivated and stuff. Like we're just rambling at this point. Goodbye, listeners.
Goodbye, listeners. Good. Have a good one. Sorry, Kate.